Welcome to the Snapshot series, the mini podcast series where we turn long-form content into quick summaries for easy, on-the-go listening. In this episode, we summarise a guide to law firm mergers, adapted from a Law Careers Net article by Ellie Nichol. Law Careers Net is an information resource for aspiring lawyers looking to launch their legal careers. In the first half of 2025, global M&A increased by 30% to the value of $1.9 trillion, representing the strongest year to date since 2022, according to the London Stock Exchange Group. Private equity-backed M&A boomed, with the first half of 2025 ranking as the third largest opening period private equity M&A since records began. The London Stock Exchange Group notes that, while global uncertainty creates an environment for megadeals, mid-market companies, which are typically more aligned with M&A growth, are likely to hold off in times of instability. Reflecting this, deals of less than $500 million fell by 2% in the first half of 2022. Heading into 2026, merger activity is entering a new phase, according to PwC, with overall deal values increasingly driven by large strategic transactions and AI-led investment. So, what causes law firms to merge? There's not usually a single reason, rather a unique set of conditions and aims. Growth is a key consideration in many cases, which can be geographic or practice area focused. When growth is geographic, it's often pursued cautiously. Founder and CEO of legal recruitment consultancy Milbourne Ross, David Sparks, explains that firms look for somewhere that overlaps with their existing client base but provides enough opportunity to find more clients in another area. Technological change is also playing an increasingly important role. Co-chair of the International Bar Association Law Firm Management Committee, Paul Marmor says, where at the higher end of the market people are grappling with the onset of AI, new tech and new developments are simply coming together to pool resources. Client-driven forces, financial pressures, and improved market conditions can also prompt firms to consider merging. But as mergers become more common, it raises the question, what makes a union successful? Once a merger is agreed, attention quickly turns from strategy to execution. Practical details and logistics are key to success. This includes office location, IT integration, salary integration, and redundancies. The relative size of the firms involved can also influence how a merger plays out in practice. Where combinations are uneven, power dynamics can quickly emerge. Alongside these structural considerations, law firms must ensure that they're on the same page in terms of non-billable time, diversity and inclusion, pro bono work, and the importance of communication between partnership and other staff. So, what happens when talks fail? Merger failure isn't unusual. It's often simply the result of pre-merger investigation and due diligence. Other reasons may lead to relations becoming more acrimonious, including an inability to agree on key elements of the deal. Firms that manage this transition effectively, the focus can then shift outwards to the potential benefits of the merger. There can be clear benefits for clients who may want their lawyers to be able to advise on legal rights and obligations in other jurisdictions or across sectors. However, firms must also consider culture, pricing, profitability, and systems. By failing to spend time on all of these elements, mergers can have a backwards impact on clients. Provided that the proposed changes and the new reality are communicated effectively to clients, much of this sense of upheaval and disruption can be minimised. There are also advantages for trainees, both those already at the merging firms and those who have been recruited but are yet to join. Mergers can bring rapid changes to a trainee's working life. Being part of a combined outfit can bring a whole host of benefits, such as access to more opportunities to travel or to be seconded to new offices, different types of work, and new clients. One thing that might worry potential trainees is what happens when a law firm announces it's due to merge after you've been offered a training contract, but before you started the firm. Evidence suggests that most law firms will try to honour pre-existing offers, but you may find yourself joining a firm that's quite different from the one you signed up for. To conclude, the reasons that law firms merge vary. However, for the merger to be a success, all parties involved must be on the same page. If a law firm you're applying to has recently merged or is in talks to, it's vital that you spend some time researching the plans and the reasons behind the talks. Make sure you understand how a merger will impact the newly formed firm's clients, employees, reach, and expertise.